1964 dimes are worth good money. They're definitely the dimes that you should not only know about, but look for them. And we will cover this interesting topic in great detail right after this.
How much money do you really have in your pocket? A $204,000 penny found by a teenager. A $10,000 coin found in a Cheerios box. And an $18,000 penny found by one of our viewers. Got coins? JB Coins Inc. on YouTube. Daily videos and free giveaways. Join us today.
Hey YouTubers, this is J and B, and welcome to our JB Coins family. We're all about coins and currency. We have new videos every day and are here to help you either start your new collection, expand an existing one, or just maybe find that one valuable coin that could change your life. In this video, we will talk about 1964 dimes worth good money, and not only give you their most recent sold prices, but also let you know what to look for. And we will talk about super interesting numismatic facts about them as well. In fact, there's so much going on with them, you might be nicely surprised. By the end of this video, you will know almost everything you should know about this valuable dime, and most likely, you will pay more attention to your 1964 dimes. Now, the Roosevelt dimes struck in 1964 are very interesting and very valuable, and you can still find them in your change. They also have known errors and varieties, and some of them are super valuable, but which ones? Let's start with some very interesting facts about them first. In 1964, the dimes were struck for business use in silver composition. Although most collectors believe that 1964 was the last year that silver dimes would intentionally be coined for general circulation, this is just not the case. According to the domestic and foreign coins manufactured by mints of the United States, 1793 to 1980, issued by the Department of Treasury's Bureau of the Mint, 1964 dated dimes were struck from January 1964 through April of 1966. In 1965, the production of business dimes in a clad composition began, which is 75% copper, 25% nickel over a pure copper center. However, what is also very interesting is some dimes produced in 1964 were actually struck on the new copper-nickel planchets by mistake. These coins are referred to as transitional errors and are quite rare. Now, many of us know about the 1965 dimes struck in error on silver planchets, but not many people know about the 1964 dimes struck on a clad planchet. In both cases, the weight is crucial to finding these errors. The silver dime should weigh 2.5 grams, while the clad composition dime should only weigh 2.27 grams. So check your silver dimes. Don't assume they are composed of silver. Here's another interesting fact about the dimes struck in the year 1964. In 1964, new obverse hubs were introduced. This resulted in working dies that exhibited some degree of variation. Dimes produced during the early part of 1964 have a pointed tail on the 9 and a plain upper serif on the 1 in the date. Now, dimes produced during the remainder of the year exhibit a rectangular or blunt tail to the 9 and no serif on the 1 in the date. This second style is the result of the new obverse hub. Business strikes and proofs can be found in both styles. You can see in this picture both types of the number 9. The Philadelphia Mint struck 929 million dimes that year, but only about 2 million with the pointed 9. The rest, about 927 million worth, were made with the blunt 9, making the pointed style much rarer. The Philadelphia Mint that year also struck business and proof coins. The San Francisco Mint didn't produce any dimes, so the Philadelphia Mint took over production of proof dimes. Both regular and proof dimes struck at the Philadelphia Mint won't bear any mint mark. So the only difference is their finish. A regular business finish versus shiny and glossy for the proof coin. And we'll tell you right now, both are valuable. The regular strike dimes might have full bands or may not on the reverse of the coin. Now, full bands or the FB designation will bring extra money to any dime. But dimes struck in 1964 are valuable even without it. By the way, for those new to the hobby, another term for full bands is full torch or the letters FT. Different grading companies are using different terms. PCGS uses FB for full bands, while NGC uses FT for full torch. In general, the attribution indicates a coin with a strong, well-defined strike, as evidenced by full details of the torch located on the reverse of the coin, as you can see in this picture. So the 1964 dime without FB or FT, graded MS67 Plus, is worth on average around $1,000. Super nice money for a dime without that designation. In fact, this coin is the latest sale, and it sold at Legends Rare Auctions for $963. As for the 1964 dime with full bands in the same grade, MS67 Plus, well, this dime sold at Heritage Auctions for $2,350. Super nice value for this coin. Now, the plus after the grade means between the grades. So in this example, this coin is in better condition than an MS67, but not quite as good as an MS68. This coin also has a QA sticker. It might be a new thing for many. We all know the CAC sticker. Lately, we've even talked about the MAC sticker. Now, you see a QA sticker. So let's talk about it for a second. The QA coin is a newer company that provides independent quality verification of modern coins graded by PCGS and NGC. This third-party verification should add value to graded coins. If you want more info, you can visit their website and read about it. But going back to our 1964 dime, in the highest grade known, it's worth, are you ready? $8,500. So definitely pay attention to this dime. And since we're talking about dimes struck at the Philadelphia Mint, let's cover proof dimes struck that year. They are also bringing very nice money, which is very unusual for proof coins. The Philadelphia Mint struck 3.9 million proof coins in not the best condition. This coin is the latest sale from February of this year. It is graded proof 70. No decam, just proof 70. And it sold at auction for $525, which is very nice money for a proof coin. Now, moving on to the Denver Mint. The Denver Mint struck 1.3 billion dimes, a super high number. Yet, they are still very valuable. And the Denver Mint struck under 40 million of the 1964 D pointed 9, and the rest about 1,317,000,000 of the 1964 D blunt 9 version. And they struck all of them in not the best condition either, which is unusual for Denver, but they will bear a D mint mark. Another interesting fact about the dime struck that year, it looks like at least 3 different mint mark punches were used during 1964. One has the traditional punch that had been used since 1946. Another was the round bottom punch that began service in 1962. A third style, much thinner than the others, is found on a minority of the 64D dimes. You can see it in this comparison. Since the Denver Mint struck dimes that year in not the best condition, finding them in high grades, with or without full bands, is challenging. So in other words, because of the low population of these coins, their value is higher. The highest grade without full bands is MS68. And the coin you see in the picture is the latest sale of this coin, and it's sold at heritage auctions for $1,920. Almost $2,000 for this coin. It's unreal. The highest grade for the 1964 D dime with full bands is also MS68. And this coin is also the latest sale, and it's sold at heritage auctions for $3,995. Wow, almost $4,000 for a dime? Only 2 coins in that grade were graded by PCGS, so again, the low population is what makes them valuable. Now, do the dimes struck in 1964 have known varieties or errors? Absolutely. Here you can see a DDO, or double die obverse, on the 1964 dime. It can be found on the regular and the proof coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Many varieties do exist, with FS 101 being the most desirable. What you're looking for is extra thickness on the words "In God We Trust," JS, and the date. This coin is the latest sale, and in grade Proof 68, it's sold at auction for $1,100. Not bad money at all. Speaking of varieties on the 1964 dimes struck at the Denver Mint, the first one is the 1964 D dime with an RPM, or repunched mint mark. In this case, D over D. Many combinations do exist, and you can see a couple in this picture, like D over D North, D over D South, and there's also a D over D Northeast, and more. They are valuable, and in a grade MS66, a grade you can easily find in your change, it's worth on average $350. In fact, this coin sold at the Great Collection Auction for $404.80. Another variety on the Denver dime is a DDO, or double die obverse. What you need to look for is a medium spread on Liberty and In God We Trust. Also, on the doubling on all the lettering around the rim, like you see in this picture, FS-018-5. But there's more. Another variety is known under the name Hot Lips. This variety shows prominent doubling on President Roosevelt's lips, on the nose and forehead, especially on dimes struck from early stage dies. They might have some doubling missing on the forehead or nose if struck with worn dies, but the doubling will still be on Roosevelt's lips. Now let's move on to the reverse of the 64D dimes. One of the varieties on the reverse of this coin is a DDR, or double die reverse. Many of them exist, with the FS 801 being the most desirable. In grade MS65, it's worth around $300, and this coin is the latest sale, and it's sold for $284. Again, Not bad money for a coin you can find in your change. As you can see, there's so much to look for on the 1964 dimes, and we haven't even talked about the errors. Besides, the 1964 dime struck an error on the copper-nickel alloy planchet. They are very valuable, and you need to use a scale to discover them, just like we mentioned earlier in this video. But some 1964 dimes from both mints were struck in error on cent planchets. Again, very valuable, and again, you need to weigh your coins to find this type of an error. This dime is graded only MS64, and yet it's sold at Heritage Auctions for $4,312.50. Now, obviously, there are more, and we just want to make a point here of looking for them and checking your change. Like we said at the beginning of this video, there is so much to look for on the 1964 dimes that you really should pay more attention to them. And a question for you. Did you know about the varieties on the 1964 dimes struck at both mints? Please let us know in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you like valuable dimes, you might want to watch our video about the 1990s dimes. It's worth doing so. So we hope you liked this video and found it helpful. And if you did, please like, share, and subscribe so we can create more videos for you. Also, please remember to hit the little bell and set it so you'll be notified whenever we upload a new video or do a live stream. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.